Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is verb phrase 164. The verb phrase today is fire up. Okay, let's look at the note here. Well, actually, we have four meanings of fire up today, and we're going to give the meanings and the uses, some example sentence for each one of them. So here's the first one. Well, the first meaning would be to light something, to actually put a fire to it, to make it start to burn. So we can use fire up that way. So let's look at the first example here. It's a cold day. Let's fire up the fireplace. Meaning, let's put a fire on. Let's sit in front of the fireplace and be warm. Let's fire it up. Okay. Or number two, Sherlock Holmes was known for firing up his pipe. Yeah, you could use it with things like for smoking. So you could fire up a cigarette, fire up a pipe, and so on. Okay. And this is probably how we got the second meaning here. Second meaning is kind of a slang term to mean to smoke marijuana. Okay, so let's look at this one. In his free time, he likes to fire up and mellow out. Yeah, a lot of people say that's why they smoke marijuana, because it makes them feel mellow, as to cocaine, which makes them feel more excited. He is a real pothead. Sometimes this isn't really a nice name. This is what you might call someone that you think is a regular marijuana smoker. You might say he's a pothead. Also, because we have a lot of slang terms for marijuana, and pot is another one. So a person who smokes a lot of pot could be a pothead or a marijuana smoker. Okay, let's look at number three here. To feel passionate or excited about something. All right. We say here, Tina volunteered to work on his campaign. Yeah, maybe she's very excited about a particular politician. She is all fired up to get him elected. Yeah, so maybe she's willing to volunteer, work for nothing. She just wants to get this candidate elected. All right, and we have a second example here. The manager tried to fire up his team by giving them a pep talk. Yeah, we often see this in the movies. Maybe before the game begins, the manager will call the players around. He gives them a little talk. Hopefully they'll fill them up with a lot of enthusiasm or excitement. That we call that a pep talk. So he might try to fire them up with a pep talk. Okay. And the last one here means to start up an engine or a machine. We could also use fire up in that way. It's freezing out. I'll go fire up the engine. So, of course, this engine is the engine of a car. And if you've ever lived in, the northern hemisphere or America or even Europe, in the countries where it's very, very cold during the wintertime, and it's a really cold morning, you understand why they may need to do this. You got to warm up the car, so you fire up the engine. So let's read it again. It's freezing out. I'll go fire up the engine so the car can warm up before we go out. Otherwise, freezing as soon as it takes a while for the car to feel like it's running smoothly too. Okay, anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it's clear. Hope it was informative. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.